Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is KRCHDoubleR and I introduce you to the PC port of Valkryia Chronicles 1, which originally was a PlayStation 3 exclusive. What is this game, you might ask? Well, for starters, it is a turn-based ARPG strategy which plays similar to Warhammer 40,000 Squad Command, given some of its gameplay mechanics. And if you haven't seen Squad Command, then I recommend those who are into turn-based strategy. It's a good game. But it is only for PSP and Nintendo DS as far as I know. Anyway, back to business here. Is there any other differences between the PC port and the original? Somewhat there is a difference. First off, when you start from Steam, you have the option to play it off the bat or configure its settings. Graphics aren't much since it is a PC port, however you have 5 options, which is a graphics adapter to select which graphic card do you want to work on the game. Resolution, which changes your screen to fit to full screen, like 1920 to X1080, etc. It seems to take it from the graphics card itself to adjust itself to your preference, and it has a selection of hertz, and I believe that is HD adjustments, which is supposed to be the quality of the graphics, I believe. VSync IQ, that off frame rate, is where you choose between 30 FPS only or the no limit refresh rate, and the display mode is obviously full screen mode or windowed mode. The audio isn't much from what I have seen, since it selects what sound it uses, so I keep it to a default since it's a logical shortcut. The input is key bindable to your tastes, so you can always customize controls to make things easier for yourself. The other difference is that you do not need to buy DLC. The DLC behind the Blue Flame, where you play as the Empire for once, is living proof of that. And yes, the episode works, and the kicker is that the game costs £15, and that's a damn good price for a re-released PC port with most of the DLC in. I could have overlooked other DLC since I never got them in my playthrough at the PlayStation 3 version, sadly enough. Anyways, let's play Valkryia Chronicles. So, I'm gonna show you the options for the time being. So the action camera is up and down, normal though. There's always the subtitles, so you understand what I'm saying. Now, for the language, I'm not really that picky, so I keep it in English because I'm used to it anyways. I set the BGM and SE to 50% because while I'm recording though, it can be a bit of a nuisance. But again, I can always just do the long way around and just save the footage, forget re-recording the voice, and just do the narrating from here on. Unfortunately, I don't have any advanced movie makers, so well, yeah, that's the point. So we're gonna confirm that, and I'm gonna show you the prologue now. And I will go far to say that I will not, and I definitely will not talk during cutscenes. I'm sure there are those who want to listen to the commentaries. Well, I rather keep a balance in between. I rather make the commentaries during the gameplay rather than at the cutscenes itself, because it periodically ruins the whole experience in my opinion. So yep, this is the living proof that the DLC is here, behind her blue flame, which is you can play on the Empire side. It's not part of the main story, but it's a side story that you can play. Anyway, new game. Just so you know, this game does play like a book. So, here we are. Enjoy yourselves.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of Ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. It amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche. Prologue. Gallia to arms.
So yeah, this is the prologue and the intro. So next video is chapter 0, Gallia to arms, a meeting. So just so you know, I am planning to do a video per episode per chapter, so you may have a lot more videos incoming on my channel as well, and I will ensure that goes to the playlist. Always gotta keep things organized. Anyway, see ya.